Okay, good morning. Welcome to
FamilyMath369a.
FamilyMath369a. So you both spent the morning or already looking at this really cool 3D printing shape we have.
Yep.
I'm not sure how well it'll show up on the white background.
Yeah, I can see.
What did you learn about this shape?
Well, it looks like a torus. Looks like a sort of cylinder with a hole in the middle.
Okay. What did you learn about this shape?
Well, it's sort of like a curved shape made from straight lines.
Okay, interesting. So we are going to learn a little bit more about this shape today, but we're going to start with something called a Mobius strip. How do you make a Mobius strip?
So you start off with just a strip of paper, and then you make it into a loop, but before you like completely loop it, you give it a half twist and then loop it.
Okay. And if you were going to write down directions for a Mobius, how to make a Mobius strip, how could you do that
Well,
easily?
you
quickly?
have.
This is kind of one of the neat things about this project.
Well, let's see. So you need to cut a strip of paper.
Uh-huh.
You need.
I have those.
So you need to. You need to give the strip a half twist and then make it into a loop.
Okay. And how can we draw something on the Mobius strip itself that would indicate that half twist?
Well, you could draw an arrow that goes to the other side of the paper and then comes back, so that if you twisted it, it would be straight.
Okay. How would that work? Actually, I'm interested to see.
So, like once you gave it a half twist like this,
Uh-huh.
you would want to have one single line.
Right.
So I could draw the line like this, along this.
All right. Well, what do you think that line would look like? This is actually an interesting conversation. What do you think that line?
Like
would
a
look
line
like?
here.
Yeah.
Well, I think the line would, you'd have like a straight line here, and then a stretch of blank, and then another straight line. Because the blank section would be on the other side.
Okay. Draw that.
So, a straight line, and then a section of blank.
Yeah. Draw it.
Okay.
So you think when you make the Mobius strip, this will be one continuous line?
Yeah. If I draw the other part on the other side.
Oh, you're going to draw it.
Well, if I draw it exactly right.
You think you flip it over and you draw a part on this side.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Depends on how you do the half twist, actually.
Well, it's all right. Do the half twist. Let's see what happens. We're going to take a little short detour from what we were planning on doing.
So you have sort of a straight line, but
Go ahead, make the Mobius strip.
you make it into a loop, and then you give it half twist. You have a straight line. There's some parts of it on the other side.
Okay. How would that have looked had I just drawn a full straight line all the way across here? What would have been the situation?
Well, I think part of it would have flipped over when you had done the half twist. So, can I draw a straight line on this?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll hold it. Okay.
So, you flip this over, you can see part of it got flipped over,
Yeah.
and then just make the loop.
Okay.
Like that.
All right. So what does that look like?
Well, that's completely, because it's all on one side.
All right.
But the Mobius strip only has one side, right?
Yeah, the Mobius strip only has
It's
one
only sort of, well, it's technically it's not on the inside because the inside's the outside.
side. Yeah.
So that's just one side.
Huh. So if you just drew this as the directions, how would I know to not make just a regular old cylinder?
Because it would all be on the inside. This line would be on the inside.
Okay.
And if you
No,
did
but if this was what you made for the directions, how do I know to do that half twist?
well, you need to make it a line traveling. Make a line traveling on both sides of the paper.
But it's only one side if you make it a Mobius strip.
Yeah, it's interesting. So here's what mathematicians have done to solve this problem of just real simple directions. They make an arrow here, and they make an arrow going down the other way here. And what this signifies is these two things have to match up with each other. So go ahead and make the Mobius strip out of this one.
So they have to match up?
Yeah, the arrows have to match up.
How would they know? Oh, you mean like they have to face the exact same direction?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. So it goes something like this.
Is that a Mobius strip?
No, not quite.
Okay. Let your brother do it.
So,
Get it in the middle here, so it's not camera.
so you have to make this and a half twist. Well, it's on the other side of the paper, but they're facing the same direction.
Okay, cool.
Like that.
There you go. So those are the directions for making a Mobius strip. And that just says, hey, look, here's a... If you're traveling along this way and you cross over this path, you sort of teleport over here, but now you're upside down.
Yeah.
You see that? Okay. So now we're going to go to talk about different shapes.
All right.
Yeah.